Hello, hello. Welcome to WIP IT Sunday. With me tonight is Mr. Comma to the Communist Don.
Good morning.
Been a little while since you've been on.
Yeah, it's been three rotations, right?
I believe so.
It's been a minute. I had some family stuff come up.
You had what now? You had what come up?
Family stuff.
Family, 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 family.
And
Oh.
there was this bad timing.
Yep. Well, I got plenty of logs on the fire, or whatever the hell you say that. My brain went blank on like saying irons in the fire. There we go.
Too many irons in the fire.
Yep. Got a lot of projects going on. I got my Ultraverse Prime character. I was actually looking for my choice figure I got put together, but I couldn't find her. I got her stowed away somewhere. So I won't be working on that tonight, but I got 3 of my original characters here I'm working on. Kind of 4. Actually 5. I forgot about you over here. And I'm putting everything together, getting things mocked up. I got my incendiary. I need a Carlito. And I had bought another Red Widow because I was going to use the Monet body, but it's really too big. She's good, great base figure, but too big for the character. Plus, wanted her to slim down, and I'm really tempted to change all the reds to metallic red. I think that would look better with character design. Black, red, and gold. That candy red look would really pop on there. With the Red Widow is very similar to the way I already had her costume striped, at least on her lower body. Other than the red knees, I think those black and the lower boots need to be gold. And I got Radiance. Actually using what's her name from the Winter Guard. She's almost there, except changing the head out to using a storm head and using the long hair from Monet. Paint it dark brown. Using some Firestar arms from the 3-pack. Got one of those cheap off eBay to get the arms. I need to paint the blower legs yellow, and I got Steel Valkyrie that I've had on the bench a few times. She's a mix of Moonstone, Wasp, and a live wire DC Direct upper torso. Then re-sculpt it, put on a Marble Legends neck, Moonstone face, and Frost hair.
All the things.
Yep. Was using Ironheart shoulders, but they're too small for the Moonstone biceps. I didn't like them, so I use them for the tech detail, but I can sculpt some tech detail on the shoulders. I got Mox here, half man, half snake guy. I've been working on little by little. Try and knock out a bunch of them.
Is that why you sent me the Medusa? Thinking about buying that?
No, it'd be nice if I could. I wouldn't do that for this project because that's over $100 figure, just chop up, and which is true 1/12 scale. It's silicone. It wouldn't really work too good. This is fine. I like this. The tail is posed nicely. I got the upper body articulation, so that's really all I need. And I got, this was both for the project and also a test for on my Wonder Woman using the Power Princess. I hate high heels on figures.
Yeah, me too.
But if you take the high heels off the Power Princess body, she loses like 7 millimeters of height. So I spliced on some more Ironheart parts. Like if I want to make the legs longer, let's might as well just swap them out the lower legs with some red lower legs. That way the hinges are red. So I cut off the Ironheart lower part of the Power Princess legs and cut the Ironheart legs accordingly to make them 7 millimeters longer. And now she's the same height, but with flat feet and more stable. It actually worked out too. The front of the Ironheart legs has that raised section for the gold stripe in front of the leg for Wonder Woman. It was like Kismet. Where their armored legs, they were a little bit thicker diameter too, so they matched up to the larger Power Princess lower legs.
But I mean, they're kind of they're kind of stuck though. A lot of women's costumes involve high heels, so
yeah.
Maybe they should just do the foot like clear and just paint the high heel on there or something. I'm more worried about it being stable,
Absolutely. I'd rather have a stable figure than giving them high heels.
If I can't stand it up, what are you gonna do?
Which I've had this fodder sitting in my box for a while. The Hell Witch from Loose Collector. I got one that had a bum leg, and so Coffin Comics just sent me a whole one as a replacement, which then I had the parts sitting in my bin with one with a missing leg. Well, it came with 2 of the same leg. So it was just turned around backwards. So I was sitting there trying to find parts that match up wise. And Moonstone legs, the ball joints were too small for the Moonstone legs, but scale wise, sculpt wise, it matches up with that torso pretty well. So those could work. And I have on my villains team a dragon lady with wings. This could work for that. I need to drill in. I need to change out the ball joints, which is I don't think would be hard because the way Loose Collector designed the ball joint piece, it actually like slides into the lower body. You can actually probably heat that up and it'd pop out.
Really?
Try it out and just cut up a Marvel Legends lower waist piece and just where the key right back in place. I need to drill in the shoulders a little bit where the arms sit farther in. But my character has more covering her, but it could work. Her outfit's more like a Red Sonja, like scale mail. Bart says, I hope everyone had a holiday went well. I have all fingers.
I still got all my fingers.
Yeah. We both went there.
Doing good.
JSP's good evening. Good evening, sir. Then we'll be able to say hi to everyone.
No.
So, Yeah, I think this is gonna work. I just have to get the drill in like the shoulders, so we get the arms set in deeper. Change out those hip ball sockets, and that should work. That way, I got a torso that has the type of wing, basically the type of wings I need too. I got all that stuff sitting there. Cool. Start off stripping off the red paint on these yellow arms. Bring out the good stuff. The Winsor Newton.
Well, I said the Winsor Newton, you say?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to start cherry picking what you put the Winsor Newton on.
Oh yeah, because the
And run out of it.
that's the last of this type you can get.
Just like Tester's paint, man.
Yep.
There's the clock on it.
It's like Elaine from Seinfeld is hardly sponge-worthy.
Well, I did pretty much finish up two little projects. I still haven't gotten any commissions though. Not a single one. Although I have not put it out on Instagram yet. But even when I do, I feel pretty confident that I won't.
JSP says looking to make a Marvel Legends Donna Troy with a Dark Star Songbird dagger body work for Orwood Moonstone. For Donna Troy, if you're doing adult Donna Troy, I don't think you want to use like a Songbird dagger body.
Is Donna Troy
She's a clone of Wonder Woman, basically.
Oh, so Power Princess?
Power Princess would probably be the best, but that's hard to come by right now.
Giggity?
If you're doing like the Donna Troy in the red suit when she's a teen, Monet, that would be a good one. She's bigger than the Tusk body, and bigger than the Freak body. Plus, she's got the red outfit already.
Oh, goodness. Still going to Ye Old Legions Con this year?
Maybe. That's too far away to me to say for sure. I want to, but
I mean, I'm going. I've already got my hotel and my tickets.
I don't have any of that.
I still got to rent a car though. Because ain't no way everybody, my wife, my son, me, the girl, her husband, her baby, don't fit in my car.
Well,
Ain't no way.
sounds like your car sounds bad.
It's a lot. But it's going to make it more fun. Much more gooder. Maybe I should have primed these bad boys white.
I wonder if getting good Marvel Legends sales on Amazon this week.
Oh yeah, it is prime. Maybe I can get my sewing machine for cheap.
There you go.
I've been eyeballing a new sewing machine. My wife is not down to spend $1,000 on it.
I like that trick that hiding sewing up a tear. Just make a nice pattern over top of it after you stitch it up.
I'm sorry, what?
I like that trick about hiding the tear when sewing it up. I sent you.
Oh. That confused me because you see how he like pulled it apart and then he run it over and the thread pulled it together?
Yeah, I think he was editing shit out.
That doesn't typically work that way.
I think he was editing stuff out.
And the way he was just moving it around to do the leaf.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if that's really what's going on, that is very impressive. I'm not sure. My understanding of how the machine works.
I think he was doing some magical editing because it looks sped up. Well, it was sped up, but part of speeding it up, I think he was leaving out parts.
Maybe it was in reverse. But I'm not sure. I don't know. There's still a lot that I don't know. I mean, I've been doing it for 8 years, but there's still a lot that I don't know.
Oh, I'm still learning stuff myself, doing this stuff. Son of a Crayon Slayer says, "Hey now."
Hey man.
Now, I did. It was all favor this week. This weekend.
Whoa.
I found this dude on Colts 3D. He sells hair packs, already sculpted hair for heads, and I bought one of them for female hair sculpts. He's got like 2 for females or 1 or 2 for men. I bought the female one that had 45 hair sculpts for $35, $75 75 cents a hair sculpt. That's it.
Fucking know a guy that would appreciate it.
So I bought it and put it in a folder. Let Ken have access to it. It can be brought in and add it to a bald head.
Plop it on top.
Yeah. Whammy dammy ding dong. Instant hair.
It's finally starting to look red.
And I'm saying I finally got the red off and looking yellow. Change knife. Scrap that blade. Go in the trash. Put a freshie in.
I was cruising around Facebook and I saw this guy that was put a work in progress. So, you know, I'm not like too judgmental of a work in progress, but he was like, hey, can y'all guess who this is going to be? And I'm like, I got no idea, buddy. But the first comment guessed it right, and I was like,
impressive. Who was more impressive?
I was like, whew. But I had never heard of the guy, so maybe that's the reason I couldn't pull it out.
Yeah.
Pretty uncommon for me not to catch a character. I may not know their name, but I've seen them before, you know, or the other way around. You know, I know their look, but I don't know their name.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this dude's name or his look. Probably could have Googled him right there on the spot, but now I can't remember. When I saw it, I was instantly reminded of that guy. You remember that one guy that was always on Facebook putting up some of the worst customs you'd ever seen in all your life? And we had that conversation as to whether he was actually trolling people or not, trying to get people to say that clearly terrible was, you know, trying to get praise for doing terrible work.
I vaguely remember that conversation.
I really honestly thought he was just being a dick to people being kind.
There's some dedication.
I don't know. I don't appreciate people taking advantage of other people that are trying to be nice to you.
Alright. I got all the paint off that arm. Which I'll still got to paint some black up top. There he is. I thought you were going to slip out on us.
Well, I mean, I thought about it, but
That nap sounded awful good, though.
it started to sound real good.
Plus, like, painting eyes. Ew.
Yeah. I'm totally going to do amazing with it. I know. Just know it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I did some what you refer to as sanding. That stuff we don't do on this channel, that prep work stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, y'all do prep work?
No, we do not do
Oh.
prep work.
I thought I was about to make myself look real bad.
No. We don't do that. We do the other stuff.
Oh, Seth, I don't know if you know for the story from that. Many years ago, we still make fun of the dude. Somebody, because my stuff is smooth. I sand it, spin it like glass smooth back before I paint it. And some dude went on like a rant. Somebody tagged him on a post on my Instagram, and said, "Hey, check this out. How you think you prepped this?" And then he went like, "Of course you don't prep. Nobody preps. I don't prep. I'm the only person that preps. I'm the only real customizer. Blah 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 blah." So he fucking wrote paragraphs back to that dude on my Instagram page, ranting. Of course, I didn't prep anything. It looked too nice.
You look too nice because you didn't prep.
Yeah, and
prepping messes it all up. Gaps it up and makes it look rough.
I replied back with just a short phrase: "Yes, I prep my joints." And he blocked me for a couple of years, because the little bitch got confronted. Because said, "Yes, I prep my joints."
Sounds about right.
And we at this channel like to let things go, so.
Yeah, so we still make fun of the little bitch.
Never let it go. We'll let it go when he deserves to let it go.
Yeah.
The comments never bothered me anyway.
Oh, it's just hilarious, the fact he panicked and blocked me just for me replying back, "Yes, everything's prepped." No. Funny enough, this is the figure. This is the figure he was talking about. So he was having a problem where he was trying to prep a 80mm Hulk, and he kept hitting the lower torso and scratching it. There's a secret to this. When you're working on the KOs, I made the middle joint longer so it don't freaking rub, and I sanded everything inside of it smooth. It's called prep work. Modification and prep work. Been doing this a lot longer than the guy who was ranting and raving saying he's the only real customizer.
Kids today.
We all have to have heroes to aspire to.
Yeah.
We do?
Yes. Then we get to meet them later on and be disappointed.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Yep.
Oh, you can't see my little.
I don't want to see your little anything. Oh. I thought we were running a different type of show for a second.
My little bracket here. I'm holding everything
Yep. Bart said, "Who doesn't like shaved and smooth?" LOL. JSP said, "Where did you find those hair sculpts again?" Let's see. I'll put a link to them in the chat and get it pull up.
So that War Machine and Iron Man post,
Mm-hmm.
it keeps going up. I get 4 or 5 notifications every day about it. Just like the lizard, I posted the lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one keeps going up. It's at 234. Usually I get like 50 and it's done.
Very, very nice.
This is a link to the artist's Colt's 3D page, so you can see everything he's got there. He's got some cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog Maisie. I thought like one thing. Well, her mom was a golden doodle. I don't have to worry about shedding. The Labrador genes are overpowering everything. She sheds like crazy. I was pulling black lab hair off the Q-tip. I know we're having DSP. I want to eventually make a powered down head for her. I got them on the upstairs, and I'm going to take measurements, and I think I'm going to print out a hairpiece for her. It's like when there's a hairstyle I want in that set for her, and several other customs. There's 45 hair pieces, so quite a bit to choose from. Those work out well. I'll get the other hair packs too. That will have them all. So Canon will never have to sculpt hair again.
Then, if your hair falls out as you age, you could just 3D print life-size versions.
Big plastic dome wearing on top of your head.
Human Lego.
It looks so natural.
You lose all your hair, that might be the style, having plastic hair.
Or you might start the trend.
It looks so natural.
Start 3D printing like start a business of 3D printing like anime style wigs and stuff for cosplayers. I can see that being a high ticket item.
Go one step further, like when people got those ball caps with the mullet in the back.
Yeah.
Just have the whole head, the top of the head to be hair. You just put it on like a cap. Sector 281 and 3 says, "Evening, fellas."
Evening, Sector.
Yo.
in the house.
It's a big sector. Can't believe they all fit in one person.
Well, technically, Sector 2813 has more than one lantern.
No! There is a third lantern.
So, our sector. It's Earth's sector.
Mm-hmm.
Arth. The
Earth.
sector of Arth.
The Soul Sector.
Is there still a core, or did they trim it back down to like 20 cores?
I
And
think there's more than 4 now. You got what? Cal, John Stewart, Kyle Rayner, Guy Gardner, Simon Baz, the girl with the
Jessica Cruz.
Cruz.
The other black chick.
The girl that hacked the power battery with her mom's laptop.
Sweet. I didn't know that was an option. That's what
Yeah,
I'm gonna do.
apparently you can hack an advanced alien machine, AI computer with a Earth-based, old, wore-out human laptop that speaks different programming languages.
wait, the floppy that wasn't the floppy.
Yeah.
The 5-inch. Is that Goldblum?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't quite got interstellar travel, but we know how to break some stuff. That's what we learned first.
Sounds like the power of lazy writing. Absolutely, because it was Brian Michael Bendis. It's basically his version of DC's Riri Williams, because he made Riri Williams.
Ah. We have him to thank for that.
One of the worst modern characters ever.
You're just saying that because you're racist. Racist old white guys.
They had one issue during the time like Infamous Iron Man with Dr. Doom being Iron Man. So there was a different ruler of Latveria. The current ruler of Latveria said mean things, so Riri Williams went and deposed her without any kind of approval from anyone.
Yeah, because she's
Went
a supervillain.
Attacked a sovereign nation and fought their leader.
I fought the law and
what was the
Law.
reputation of her doing that? Nothing. She is so great. Can you believe she did that? It's so great. You broke countless international laws.
suddenly
no.
I agree with the Superhero Registration Act. What's going on here?
Seriously?
When did I miss?
Turns out Iron Man was right all along.
Iron Man, Mr. Fantastic, Pink Pim.
And then Hill's like
Iron Man.
referring to Michael Bendis, and Hill's like he strikes again. Yeah, he runs Superman too. Like they brought him, took Dan Jurgens off Superman, one of the best Superman writers ever, and put Bendis on it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and he immediately retconned the destruction of Krypton and broke up the Superman and Lois family, like marriage. He's a dumbass.
I did kind of like when they brought the original Superman back, had him in, he eventually took back over, I think, but yeah, he was existing in hiding for a little while. It'll always eventually revert back to status quo.
Yeah, eventually.
That used to be the case, but I don't think they do that no more. They just leave all the crap out there now. There's also Bendis' doing of artificially aging up Jonathan Kent to make him a teenager. So that ruined Super Son's dynamic.
Yeah. I remember all the controversy when that happened.
Yeah.
Like, people actually liked these characters.
They were like one of the most popular books at the time in Super Sons.
New characters. People liked them. We can't have that. We got to put it into it right now.
Yeah.
Didn't they kill Damien?
Did they?
More than once. Well,
I guess that's also true. Nobody ever stayed dead forever.
what are these things, Don, you sent to me? These carbon fiber looking things.
Okay, so those are sanding sticks. Look.
Okay.
Stick sandpaper on there.
Oh, you put the sandpaper on it.
Here. Have you seen anything?
I was like, they're like smooth. I thought you thought they're sanding sticks. It was like, they're... Okay, I got you now.
Now you sanding with this thing, Don.
Like,
You're going to be sitting
I was sitting there like,
with the plastic.
I'm going crazy. These things ain't got nothing, no texture to them.
Yeah, when the sandpaper gets, fulled up or whatever, or dead, you just pull it off and stick on some more. The only major hang-up is that you gotta stick it on there.
Yeah. I'll stick them back in the box. I thought these were...
What's in the box?
So some of those files you was telling me about.
While they do have their place, I do think sanding sponges are better.
So you sent him your leftovers? Like,
Well, I got to try it out. So I also send it to him so he can try it out, see if he likes it.
I do the same thing with food. I get something that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like to try it out, and then I give it to other people to try out so I can gross them out.
It's like, you notice, like, if it tastes really good, it's like, you should get this. And it's like, if it's really bad, try this.
That's my approach. If it's terrible, I'm like, oh man, you got to try this. It's fucking great. Come on.
Uh, Buffalo Wild Wings is doing something dangerous right now.
Mike's Hot Honey, some bullshit.
No. All you can eat appetizers for $10.
Ooh, that's dumb.
Yeah, that's what, and they let me order it by itself. $10. All the appetizers I can eat. Ordered like 3. They bring you 2 right off the bat.
So it's like alcohol, huh? They can't give you more than one.
I could have kept ordering. It was like,
Finish that one. We'll bring you more.
speaking of, I might do that tomorrow.
Yeah, give it to me now. Smorgasbord. We did that at Applebee's. You know that Applebee's had that whatever dumb shit app, cheap app thing. Oh yeah. So we were like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," and the apps were terrible. I mean, capital T, terrible.
The Wild Wings the Wild Wings apps are pretty good. They had the nachos with queso cheese. It comes with pico de gallo, and I told them to leave the pico de gallo off. I can't do the cilantro.
You're one of those mutants that
Actually, I'm the original. The people who like it are the mutants. Adapting to cilantro is the mutation.
Well, I did more than adapt to it. I love it. I can eat cilantro by itself.
I can eat cilantro by itself as well.
So you're the mutant.
I'm also left-handed.
We're the
double
improvement.
mutant. We are the next stage in the human evolution.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm part of the old genetic pool.
What is it, Homo superiorus or something like that? Yeah, that's us.
Homo superiorus. My wife is also Homo sapien.
You don't like the cilantro either?
Yeah, she said it tastes like some.
Yes, it does. It does indeed.
That would be some dangerous soap. I'd probably try and eat the soap.
Damn
if,
right.
it smelled like, if it tasted like cilantro.
Just like them smelly markers in school.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all need to test now. You need to go buy some Ivory soap and lick it and see if it tastes good.
Well, if it's anything like my childhood, I definitely remember it not tasting good.
That's what cilantro tastes like to me. Ivory soap.
Don't tell my wife, but that's a good thing too.
Getting the glue off the side of the head.
No, I keep telling her that her tea's bad. Because she's a Yankee. Yankee don't know how to make no tea. I need to hurry up and finish this cane and cape so I can put him on the white shelf before his ear's up. Still don't know what I want from it. That's the problem. Maybe I should just sew this wire in place and see how I feel. Oh, it goes around the back of the neck. Interesting. What exactly was I puffing when I designed that? Like that guy in Airplane, I picked a good day to stop sniffing glue.
I am serious, and don't call me Charlie.
Well, I am.
Mm-hmm.
I have a drinking problem.
It's a bad day to stop snorting glue.
The guy cleaned up in one day. So you're gonna watch the new Naked Gun with Leslie Nielsen, Frank Drebin Jr.
Will I go to the theater? No, but I will watch it.
Oh, I can't not watch it. I'll have to. Eventually. It's
Like
my
all,
kind of movie.
all the different kids were guys crying at pictures of their dad, except for one.
What's up with over there?
Yep. I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
He comes in dressed up. Just go. Oh, I gotta change my needle. I forgot. I clipped my wire last 2 times. Holy shit! There's another one. I got my way too. I clipped my wire twice when I was sewing this cape.
Don't do that.
Yeah, so I gotta change that needle out.
Mm-hmm.
7511 stretch. I need 7511 would be great for universal. Let's have 7511. I have to suffer with 8012.
We got a 2319
in service. I got using the I didn't see that. I was using an 80 the whole time. Ow. Trying to be super careful with the needle. I poked myself with the wire right here. That's just the way.
Do you know the way?
You did.
This is the way.
Can you show me the way?
Wasn't that Knuckles?
It was Ugandan Knuckles. My spirit animal. Protect the queen.
It's gonna be one of those. I will get the pliers out after you. Probably just change that one out right now. Slamming it into the machine here.
Right. Meow.
Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do.
Oh, nice. Never mind. It's not going to be one of those. It's going to be dream come true. Giggity. Simple joys in life. Like chocolate covered marshmallows. But not just any chocolate covered marshmallows. No, no. Only the ones. Did I tell you the guy that's right next to my son where he goes to therapy? It's a candy store. He does the best chocolate covered marshmallows you've ever seen in all your life. And I bought like a pound to 2 pounds of them every time I went. He's closed. He's retiring.
That's the way it works.
He's out of business. Seems like every time I find something I like, it tester paints. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep. Well, you about that?
Goes away, just like my Oreos. My lemon sun-kissed. Cheese nibs.
Vault. Taken before its time.
Altoids sour candies.
Yes.
Those things unopened. Those at one time were selling over $100 a can on eBay.
Good. Yeah, that was just the manufacturer. Finessing.
They're gone. Oh, they don't make them anymore. Haven't made those in years. I used to love those things. Like I'd have them in my pocket. It's like somebody go hand somebody like, you want some crack cocaine?
Y'all got any more of them sour candies?
They look like crack rocks. That's what it looked like. At least TV show crack rocks.
Not the IRL ones.
I don't know what the IRL ones look like.
It's just, sure. So you read in the book?
I watch it, not TV.
Everything I learned in kindergarten. about drugs.
Bart's asking a good question. If time and money wasn't an issue, what would your dream custom project be? I would say stick to action figures.
I was say this is about to get real interesting.
Uh,
I mean, I don't really have a dream. To be honest, I would like to have a Heroes Reborn Iron Man armor, but
I can make everything I want, so it's not really.
yeah, nothing really comes to mind.
Now that I've already got the Superman Beyond started, I would like to get a Godfall Superman. I don't think anyone makes a suit for that, so it would have to be like a custom commission sort of thing. So that would probably be pretty expensive. Compared to my other projects, at least.
Yeah. I guess
Speaking of custom commissions, I've been thinking about how to price out a commission because I don't want to like just make 30 capes and then try to sell them. Because I tried to do that some time before, and it failed horribly.
I could say having a full 3D model of my main character lore available to print, fully articulated. That would be pretty sweet. I'll be right back.
So I think like $15 an hour. And we just record how many hours it takes me to do it.
Yeah. It seems like
I'll record like how long it takes me to do it, and then I'll cover everything, all materials, like all of the cost, the production cost.
Yeah. You do gotta be careful with that, because I mean, then you're gonna get that one guy that's like, "Oh, can you do this with this super uncommon material?"
I have never ever had anybody request a specific material. I mean, like, oh, I want it out of stretch, I want it out of cotton, blah blah blah. But never anything like this needs to be cashmere.
I need it to be full leather suede with real gold inlet, and
I'm like, fuck me too. Sounds good. I mean, I did another round of let's just make a bunch of capes, but I made like 4 or 5 patterns for cheap capes.
yeah.
I only received 1 order. He bought 4. I thought they came out really nice. What do I know? I'm just some bitch. Although I do have a figure coming to paint, and I'm looking forward to that. Being nice to have something to do.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm completely Dunsky right now. I don't have anything pending. I'm currently working on something for myself. It's disgusting. It feels terrible.
So greedy, selfish.
Name of Hell's asking CE, which of your characters do you think would pose to customize? I'm not sure what that means.
Would pose to customize.
Do you think would pose to customize? Not quite sure what you're asking.
Because he's making customs of all of his characters.
Yeah.
Name withheld.
Several.
Name withheld. Put down the crack rock. Crack rock.
Apparently, those are sour altnoids.
They are. That's where I keep. That's what I keep. I keep all my crack rocks in a sour Altoids can.
Keep mine in the knees of what's the blue city bot?
Fortress Maximus.
Fortress Maximus. Keep my crack rocks in his knees.
The most challenging. Okay. The most challenging of mine.
Which one has it been so far? Probably lore, right? Because you want to get it.
He's the one I've
Perfect.
been spending the most time to get perfect because he's my main character. And the second, the next two hardest ones would probably be main villain Nihilus, which actually, since canon a movie Venom, so I can scan it and he's gonna sculpt the armor and head and stuff for it. The next would be probably the robot Mandroid. Just pure nature. He's the robotic figure. I don't really. There's not really any good bases out there to make them the way I want.
What about Pretty Boy? That's a fine looking robotic body.
The what now?
Pretty Boy?
Oh, it's too skinny.
Too skinny.
Yeah.
I need to make, for my Iron Man shelf, I need to make a Robot Man, I think is his name. What's that, the guy in purple who's got the hots for Jostica?
I don't know. No idea.
He can stretch his arms out.
Oh,
He's all in purple.
yeah.
Elongated man.
No,
Machine Man.
Machine Man. That's right. Robot Man. That's.
Oh, you have described elongated man. We don't know if he doesn't have the hots for Jostaka, Jocasta. They've never met. Maybe he does. Ralph Dibny is a man of many talents.
Everybody in the chats are playing Machine Man.
Oh, his name is Machine Man. That's right. I got you.
I know they made a Machine Man, and I'm probably just going to paint and not. So.
It'd be nice if they made a new one. I guess the old one's on the old Bucky Cat.
Yeah, really shit one. That Bucky Cat was the tits back in the day, though.
Still, yeah. I'm not going to crap on it like a lot of people do. It still has its uses, but it don't need to be every figure.
Yep. Let's say right there. So it wouldn't be too awful hard, I don't suspect. Just get a nice plain, like a 0, and just prime him and paint him purple.
You can get the 2-pack of Squadron Supreme with the new Nighthawk. Didn't he purple?
Night Hawk.
Yeah.
What do you think, chat? Is he purple?
The old one's blue. The one from the 2-pack blues is either dark blue or purple.
Yeah, let me break out my little magic rectangle here. I really need to replace this cover. You said it's a Squadron Nighthawk?
Yep. Comes with a dude in yellow and black.
All Legends. Man, what the fuck is that cape? No, I'm just going to see a picture. It's kind of blue. Is he supposed to be black? I mean purple.
I know.
Sorry, I was looking at his boots.
Yeah, the boots are black, I believe.
Boots and lows, right?
Boots are made for walking, so.
It's a pretty good base, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is the old eBays?
The Vulcan base.
Well, you know, I got a black one sitting right behind me. Yes, sir, I do. I also have a Vulcan sitting right behind me. Is he purple?
The Machine Man? Or
No.
Nighthawk?
Nighthawk.
Yeah.
I don't know, different pictures cast him in different lights.
I think I got one handy for finish what I'm doing here. I'll see if I can find one.
Is he a Batman wannabe? I see he's got rings.
Yes, he is big. Well, that's the whole shtick of the Squadron Supreme. They're kind of like Marvel version of the Justice League.
Also, the little yellow guy is
The Flash.
Power Princess is Wonder Woman, of course.
Yep. And up here in Superman.
I was
All
thinking
the
about
powers. All their powers are similar.
Yeah, I was thinking about picking up that Hyperion, the one that's super cheap right now.
Yeah, you can get off the Kids Warehouse for $21, 2-pack.
Yeah, but Hyperion would just about make a good base for a Flamebird. Jimmy Olsen is a Flamebird. Because I have that Superman as Nightwing figure, but of course I never made a Jimmy Olsen. And he's already got the right colors, hair color, mask. It would be basically painting a logo on.
What about the Dr. Spectrum? Who is that?
Green Lantern.
He makes constructs? I can get Blur and Nighthawk for $28. Wonder how hard it'd be to get that gold off of them.
You get the good stuff. Not very hard at all.
I do have a small bottle of it. I could probably use the the speed guys had for Machine Man's head. Unless I'm misremembering it. Probably gonna have to make a trench coat though. I don't know. Maybe I should just track down that old Marvel Legends. Actually, I think I have his arm extensions right here. Well, might be too small. Yeah.
I think I got part of him somewhere. The original.
You have his head? Yeah, I see his head.
I don't know. I'd have to search Spider-Man.
$6.
Oh.
Machine Man Comics 2.
There you go, Don. We got the entire body. I'd have to find the head, but here's a Machine Man.
Oh, yeah. Looks like you got a coat for him, too.
It's a Toy Biz Gambit coat, tore all pieces, but well, you might want to use that to make your pattern off of it.
What is this? Is that a, do you recognize that?
I can't, the picture's all blurry, I can't really see. Well, here's that 2-pack. It looks purple on the package. Not shiny, glossy purple.
I think this might be a smaller figure.
3 3/4.
I don't recognize the costume. Yeah,
Pretty sure that's purple.
375.
I'm pretty sure this is purple, Don.
Looks awfully purple to me.
Does it look purple to you? It looks blue.
And here's what's his face, the Blur. take the blur's head off. Take the cape, the weird cape off. Yeah. Yeah, you kind of got Machine Man there.
Yeah.
He's
Pretty close.
the color's funky. It's blue with a purple hue. Purplish blue.
I'll have to look at it at work tomorrow. See what I can find.
But I got this body here. I can put that aside for you if you want it. It's missing an arm. I think I found one arm. I haven't found the parts for all of it. And the arm, is it the right arm? Yeah, no, it's the wrong arm. I put a Hawkeye arm on it. I have no idea where the arms were. They may be on a custom somewhere. I don't know. But you can have the body if you want it. The actual, if too bad they didn't make two of these arms, because that actually looks pretty cool. The cyborg arm from Bucky.
Oh yeah. Well, Hawkeye too, right?
No, that's what it came off of, the Hawkeye, because it's purple, and that suits the character really well. I wish they made two of those arms, but we only got one. Because it came from Bucky, originally from the MCU Bucky. Yeah, the Hawk he's like a deep blue, almost got a little bit of a purple hue to it.
You have to call me Nighthawk.
Hawk Knight.
Red Hawk.
I wish they would have made the finish the original Squadron Supreme for making all new characters. So we'll never finish the old team. Ragnar says the guy's blue. Yeah, he's deep blue. Then we got Night Blur. Then we got Hot Blur.
Hawk Tua.
Hawk 2. I also need a Emma Frost. I keep forgetting that. I have her spot and everything on the shelf. What is that? So tomorrow's the 7th. Huh? Is there a holiday tomorrow that I don't know about?
Not that I know of. It's Friday. Well, that's a holiday I knew about.
It's a holiday in my head.
Prime Days. You want to hear that holiday?
Under nuts. Excuse me.
Art says Monday is his 11-year anniversary. Oh, congratulations. Yeah.
I have a lot of inbound packages, but they're all waiting for the 8th for some reason.
I should have my Cobra Rattler Tuesday.
Rattler.
Yeah. 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 Success.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time to get back to it.
I should be getting, unless it goes to Indianapolis for some reason, I should be getting my Superman sculpt tomorrow.
What is it with packages going to Indianapolis?
I don't know. Two or three in a row now have gone that way. After they've made it to Rapid City, then they go. I called to complain, and they're like, "Oh, it's not supposed to be there till Saturday anyway, so we can't do anything." It was supposed to be here 3 days ago, or at least it would have been if you had done your job.
Drat. Has anybody sold anything on eBay here lately?
They haven't sold anything. I bought some stuff.
It's been a little while.
How bad are the over/under on the fees and shit?
It's awful.
It's always bad on Amazon. I'm sorry, eBay. It's not worth, unless you got it for $1 and you want to sell it for retail, it isn't hardly worth selling on Amazon anymore. Yeah, crap, eBay.
I want to sell that fodder. It's a lot of fodder.
Yeah, my last item sold for $8, and they took $2.73 from me. So I got $5.27
Damn.
on an $8 sale. I'm currently working out a deal to buy some DCUC stuff, and the guy messaged me. He's like, "Hey, you want to do it on PayPal Goods and Services? I'll give you a better deal." And I was like, "Sure, let's do it." I'll message you on Friday. So, I'm gonna start my DCUC collection off with probably the second most expensive set. I'm gonna get the Superman and Doomsday 2-pack.
Oh, you're getting the icons.
Yeah. What did I say?
DCUC.
Oh no, DC Icons Superman Doomsday 2-pack.
Nice. Well, most expensive, what's the Super Sons?
Super Sons and the Dark Side Grail 2-pack.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them are about $250. Now this guy's got the Dark Side Grail 2-pack. I'm gonna see if he'll do a deal for both of them. I might try and get both of them.
I hate that I never got that set. It just annoyed me with the fact they made Darkseid so damn big. That Grail figure is nice, and that's the only Grail figure that's ever been made. So she's basically a Grail now.
Yeah. Well, I want it for the Dark Side specifically, so if I get it, I might see if you want to sit by the Grail. I'll give you a good deal on it.
Oh, yeah. I'd definitely be interested in that.
So why are these Emma Frosts going for over $100?
Which one?
Well, the Chode.
Chode? Chode Wave is going for $100?
Yep, and this one right here with the Hellfire Club.
Yeah, I knew she'd be expensive. You got the Puck Wave one, which is less desirable now. It used to be like the only one out there.
Hey, I'll sell you a Chode Emma Frost for way less than $100. That is $99.99.
terrible.
Terrible.
I got her off of the clearance rack because no one was buying her at GameStop.
Yeah, I bought several of them for, well, 2 or 3 of them at least. On clearance for like $11, I think.
Yeah, see? $100.
What about sold listings? What's she selling for?
Well, I'm not researching to sell, I'm researching to buy.
Well, you look at sold listings to know how much she actually
Buy
selling.
it now.
I never go by what people are asking. Because people ask for ridiculous prices.
She's going for 20, 30, 25, 30 bucks on like loose and stuff. 25. Here's one 40 in a box.
Ugh. I'm desperate to spend like 15 bucks.
That one person was just smoking crack, asking 100 bucks, or it may have been out of country, might have been like Taiwan or something.
Could be the crack too.
Could be the crack too. It's probably the crack.
I mean, I don't really care. I'll take her in the black costume too.
The Walgreens one.
I just don't want that old, the Return of Marvel Legends one.
Oh, the Puckwave one.
Yeah, that thing's ugly.
I don't think you're thinking about the right one. I think you're talking about a different one. That really skinny, ugly one.
Yeah.
That's not Return of Marvel Legends. That's the Dark Days.
We don't speak of those days. The dark days.
That was during the Dark Day period, not the Return.
It was the Ultimate Captain America in the Emma Frost for 54 bucks.
The Puckwave one, I had her. I sold her for like $100.
No, this one is the Annales. I think that's Annales' arm.
Yeah, that's the old Dark Days Toy Biz. Not Toy Biz. The before Marvel Legends quit making Marvel Legends for a while.
It looks terrible.
It is an ugly figure. That's what Shartimus calls the Dark Days of Marvel Legends. They pumped out some of the ugliest figures during that time period.
They were trying to learn the ropes.
No, that's they start cheaping out and making them ugly and cheaper, less articulation.
Because you know, her and Iron Man got married, right?
I think you told me that, yeah.
It was actually good. I enjoyed it. Not a bad story. They wasn't.
No, Tony.
They got married as like a way to hide in plain sight.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually started liking each other.
So, Tony start clapping diamond cheeks.
Only once.
What did Cyclops do when he found out?
Well, they were married, so nothing.
Well, they've done Cyclops bad in recent years a lot lately too.
Hey, what about the Spider-Man 5-pack? The silver main body.
Well, it's a mixture of Ultimate Beetle and that Pretty Boy figure.
Not what you're looking for either.
No. Plus, you gotta worry about those thigh swivels on that figure. Ultimate Beetle is really bad to the thigh swivels to break.
I mean, at this point, it would be easier just to make.
Oh, that's why I say if there's no limit with what I would want to do with the figure, I would like to have a fully 3D printed modeled version of Mandroid. You can do like swappable forearms or like attachments too, where you can do like weapon arms. He's a technopath too, so he can control technology, reshape it.
I can reshape technology with a hammer.
JSP said he's wanting a Silverman figure too for a Cyborg Brainiac, but he's too small. He is. The Pretty Boy's even smaller because it's a even skinnier butt. It's all new body. Token did something cool though with it. He took the upper body and put it on splashed it with a suit body, made a John Corbin
Metallo.
I can remember his real name, but I couldn't remember his real name for a second. Blinked it. It was in there, it's just wouldn't spit it out.
It's okay. I haven't been able to remember anybody's name tonight. Machine Man, the City Bots. I got a poster of the guy in there, you know? Let me throw one more coat on the shoes. Oh, some of the shoes still on. And ooh. Water on the paintbrush first. It's a little, what we in the game like to call stiff.
What she said.
Still very red, but it's all right. We're going red. Not too much there.
Way too much. It's perfect.
warm brown. Yeah.
Covered up this purple is turning into a job. Work strokes for everybody. Need a pressure pot to get all the bubbles out of here. Well, I said that was the last coat.
JSP, these are the 3-pack Firestar arms. They had the flames painted on the arm. Let's strip the flames off. Now, I'm gonna pop those arms off so I can mask them off and paint the tops black.
Well, at least it ain't the Dremel tool. Maybe I should use a better brush to get away from those brush marks. That's weird. You can see still almost just as well. Just can't man. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate it. Yeah.
So you're leaving?
Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
See ya. Have a good one.
Have a good one, Don.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, sir. And then number 2.
Now the party can really start.
Get them party started in here. Well, that worked out good. Just use that as the line to start taping from. The cut in the bicep joint. Just use that as my reference point to mask the tape off.
You're gonna start cutting buddies apart, are you? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Psychopath.
So many people don't know that theme, the Dexter theme. The first few seasons of that show was great, and then it kind of like went to pot.
It's one that I'd never watched. It was a show that my brother liked, so I automatically didn't.
Yeah. I understand. Siblings will be siblings.
Yeah, I've always been told how much I need to watch that show, and all that ever does is make me
Not want to watch the show.
Yeah, I am committing further to not watching it.
You got ADHD? That is totally an ADHD brain mentality right there.
Yeah, it's the same with. I have seen a single episode of what's it called? What's that HBO show? The
True Blood?
No, fantasy, House of Dragons.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, I've seen one episode of Game of Thrones. Everyone keeps telling me how much I need to watch it.
You don't need to watch it.
For whatever reason. No, I don't. If for no other reason than just because you said so.
Game of Thrones. It's kind of, even like the newer one that people are raving about now is like, I'm just not crazy about Game of Thrones.
I've always been a bigger sci-fi guy than I am fantasy anyway, but
yeah, that's me. It's if there is fantasy, I want sci-fi mixed in with it. Hence the universe I've been writing has got both fantasy and sci-fi intertwined. Same thing I did with the forearm. I'm on the internet archive right now, and I'm saving old shows, Automan and Manimal, to name a few. I remember those shows. Automan was very short-lived, but I really liked it. I think Animal Manimal was very short-lived as well. Have you heard of those?
I cannot say that I have.
They
I
were
believe that.
they were products of the 80s and very much so.
See, I'm a product of the mid '90s, so
The Automan was he created a basically an artificial intelligence with a computer, and it's like a holographic man that came to life.
yeah. Don't you hate it when that happens?
Yeah, he was a good guy though, but he could make things with his cursor, like the Lambos. With everything looked like very Tronish, like what he would construct.
Oh.
Like Bill, like make the ridiculousness of the fact you think about too. It will make a artificial intelligent computer with floppy disk.
Hey, the military still uses floppy disks. They got all sorts of data on floppy disks.
Yeah, no. Don't want to hack it.
They're probably the number one. The U.S. military is probably the only thing in the world keeping the floppy disk industry alive.
Well, the things you want to do too before you start painting, before it's black, I want to go yellow. You want to right onto the tape seam and paint it black. That way, what bleeds through under the tape is black. I'm going to paint over top of this later. I don't have to worry about it.
See, that's a good tip for home improvement as well.
Yep, well, that's basically where I've learned that from, watching home improvement shows. Because no matter how good your masking tape is, you're going to bleed unless you do that. Now to do the same with the yellow. Home improvement shows, anything hosted by Tim the Toolman Tiller. Yes.
You're an idiot, Tim.
Not the exact yellow, but it'd be fine for what I'm doing this for. The brush has even got some residual paint on it, so. But You don't care because it's going to be black eventually. JSP said, I must admit, it's my favorite show from the 90s. Tool Time. I mean, Home Improvement. It's a good show. I watched it.
I watched Home Improvement. That's one that I'll go back and rewatch every once in a while.
Yeah, one of his newer shows, he actually had he brought back Tool Man. Met his current characters, like he looks just like you. Of course, he's got another new show now with Big
Cat
McGee.
Dennings.
Yeah, that's what I said. Big Tits McGee. I find it hilarious the fact there's they were trying to kind of using her character on WandaVision as the audience to catch up Vision, because she was telling the Vision stuff she should not know whatsoever, because she wasn't there, would have never witnessed it.
Yeah.
Like the fact, like the Thanos killed you. Well, Scarlet Witch killed you. Thanos brought you back to life and killed you again. It's like, how would she know that? She wasn't there. That happened in Wakanda.
I think that was the first show where everyone was like, "Oh, Mephisto's gonna come out. Oh, Mephisto's gonna be here. Oh, Mephisto was," and then completely got blue balled by a lack of Mephisto. And then every project since is, "Oh, this is the one where Mephisto. Oh, this one." And then finally, the only way they could drum up interest and what's her name, Ironheart, was fine. We'll give you Mephisto. The most important character in this movie is not the main character.
all these TV show reviewer guys, so they're talking about how horrible the character's written. Like she's basically written as a narcissistic villain. It's like they've never read the comics. It's like, well, that's how she is in the comics.
Yeah. Crazy what happens.
Oh, go ahead.
It's crazy what happens when you just make a character like from scratch with the sole purpose of taking over a role.
Yeah.
But you don't make sure that people like that character first, or in fact, you go out of your way to make sure people don't like it,
or skip over actual legacy characters to put a brand new character in the role of, like, in a position.
Mm-hmm.
It's like jumping straight to Sam Wilson as Captain America.
Right. And I don't know anyone who didn't like Sam Wilson as Falcon.
Yeah.
He was great.
JSP, the real question, how popular are those comics? Not popular at all. They kept getting canceled because nobody reads them. Nobody likes all these new characters they made recently. Nobody likes Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. Nobody likes Riri Williams. Nobody likes... Well, we liked Amadeus Cho before they screwed him up. Amadeus Cho was a great character before, like, let's make him the Hulk.
Who was he before the Hulk?
They completely changed his personality, rewrote the character, made him very unlikable.
Did Amadeus Cho come out about the same time, or his version of Hulk came out about the same time as the Korean Superman? He like
probably
he
so.
was like hyphenated. I remember like those being like close to each other time wise.
I absolutely love the character of Amadeus Cho before they turned him into a Hulk. He was the Hulk sidekick for a while. He basically took the place of Rick Jones. Then after World War Hulk, they retitled the Incredible Hulk book Incredible Hercules for a while. And Hercules and Amadeus Cho were going on adventures, like dealing with like the pantheon of gods, the Greek gods.
Yeah.
Adventures, which is great. Somebody explained it, described it on the show before they did that. Amadeus Cho was basically Marvel's MacGyver before they screwed him up. Then they turned him into Bro Hulk.
It seems like around, I don't know, 2008, 2009, comic companies just decided, we hate money. We hate...
with Marvel, it happened around the acquisition from Disney. DC did a similar thing. They pissed off all their fans. Like, everything from post-crisis on is no longer going to be in continuity because we're going to reboot the entire DC universe.
3 times.
Music 2. I quit reading because I love post-crisis DC Universe world, the universe.
I think it would have been a whole lot smarter to just start the New 52 and keep the other stuff going.
Yes.
You could have just had to do, like they were kind of doing that with.
Well, they could have just kept Action Comics going. It got rid of. They could have like reset everything. Just kept Action Comics, the old universe. But no, they restarted Action Comics to #1, the oldest running comic book ever. They rebooted it to #1.
I didn't read it past the first initial arc, but the Earth 1 comic at least for Superman, was pretty good. And it was already kind of like a fresh beginning, new take stuff. And then, they went the way of New 52, which I didn't hate everything about New 52. I liked that Superman. I liked that Batman.
I liked that. Well, what was really cool, only you come to find out eventually that post-crisis Superman and Lois survived.
Yes.
They they were living in secret on the Kent farm. Well, not a Kent farm, but a farm out in nowhere. And he was actually handling bigger threats in secret, protecting the world for years.
I think the New 52 would have been far better received if they hadn't erased everything to bring it in.
Yes.
If it had just been a limited event, or
They should have tested the waters first.
Right.
Yeah, but no, they jumped whole hog and was like, no, let's just screw everything over. So, if you're going to completely redo everything in your universe, see if people are going to like it first before you make a huge commitment to completely wipe out 30 years of comic book history. But a lot of the shit they were doing was confusing too, because everybody got rebooted, but somehow most of Batman and Green Lantern's continuity was still there.
Like they wanted a new universe, but they were afraid to commit. Oh, Batman's the most popular character. We can't reboot everything there.
So he still had all his Robins, even though he's younger, and somehow they're still the same age. They did a lot of fixing with Rebirth. I came back and started reading Superman again.
Yeah.
Then you had the very short limited time frame like they did the Reborn, when they actually mixed, they combined universe post-crisis, and it happened in Action Comics, so most people don't even know it happened, because it was only a story in Action Comics. Well, Superman, not Action Comics, but Superman titles.
Yeah.
That they mixed post-crisis universe with the New 52 universe.
Yeah, and then they didn't New 52 Superman end up dying?
He did, but they with that Reborn storyline after Rebirth, they kind of brought him back to his spirit and merged it with post-crisis Superman to combine the timelines together.
Huh.
So he did, with doing that, he did date Wonder Woman at one point in time and blah blah blah. But this, instead of Jonathan being born in secret on their farm, the super family, people, other supers and stuff were there, and they mixed the continuities together, which was done well in that book. It was actually basically they did another telling of the Red and Blue storyline, where post-crisis and New 52 Superman, one was red, one was blue. They were mixed together, recombined together into one universe.
Uh-huh.
That helped solve a lot of the muddled storytelling they had to do because of two different Supermans existing at one time. Now Alfredo was like, they should have just done an alternate timeline in comics like Marvel's Ultimates or Max Line. Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. They had started that. We had I don't know how popular the other two were, or if they were any good. So I know they did a Batman Earth 1 and a Wonder Woman Earth 1 that I don't think did very well.
Mm-hmm.
The Superman Earth 1 was pretty good. I quite enjoyed it. It was a refreshing new take on it. And it got completely abandoned.
Yep. It's like, I don't like the fact they brought back Hal Jordan and Barry Allen as Green Lantern Flash. Barry Allen sacrificed himself on Christ of the Infinite Earth should have been a fixed thing. And it's been that way for like, because the majority of the stories of the Flash anybody thinks about, it wasn't Barry, it was Wally. Wally was Flash longer than about anybody. All throughout the 90s, 80s and 90s, it was Wally West Flash.
That's why he was the Flash in the Justice League cartoon.
Yep. I think that little where Lex and the Flash traded bodies. I think it was a little nod to Smallville.
Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum.
Yep. Even though he didn't voice the Luthor voice when he was in the Flash's body, but
he should have. He should have. It would have been perfect.
Or did he? No, he did keep the Flash's voice.
Yeah, because Flash.
Yeah, because they switched bodies completely, not just the whole switching voices thing. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. Misremembering.
So no, because Michael Rosenbaum never played Lex in. No, because Michael Rosenbaum kept playing the same body, so he would have still been Flash.
JSP's got a question. Here's a good question. How did people come to accept Wally West and Kyle Rayner and John Stewart? It's like good storytelling. They Wally West was a sidekick for Flash forever. Same with like John Stewart. Was it Kyle Rayner's was the out of left field character? He was all new, but I think he was a good starting point for people. Like he didn't know how the character worked. Character, like exactly like what JSP said, character development. You got to know the character.
Well, Kyle Rayner was my introduction to Green Lantern because he was on Superman the Animated Series,
and he was a great Lantern too in the comics. He did more creative things at the time than any other Lantern because he was an artist.
Remember when each of the Lanterns had a specialty or a quirk that made them special? Like John Stewart was the most intricate, but he lacked focus. So, his constructs when he was good were really good, but he wasn't always perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Now everyone has to be like, oh yeah, we can do all the things all the time. It's like, that's just not how it works. It just makes a bunch of boring characters.
Yep. Kyle was the first one really making very crazy, elaborate constructs. He was flying through space in a Cadillac, convertible Cadillac. JSP said Jordan, he's one of the few characters that writers allowed to stand up to Batman who'd gotten tired of I've gotten tired of. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
I like to, and I loved how Jordan as the Green Lantern. It was fitting. It was like it was punishment for what he did after he penance. He was serving penance for the evil he did as a Parallax. And I don't like the retcon of the Parallax is that creature inside the battery that corrupted him type thing. That cheapens the story of everything that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't in control. He's driven crazy because of the Parallax. He died a noble death, sacrificing himself to restart Earth's sun after it was dying because of the Sun Eater.
What, All-Star Superman?
You what?
Or you're still talking about Green Lantern?
Oh, Final Night is a Green Lantern storyline where he actually sacrificed himself to save the Earth and restart the Earth's sun. The sun was dying after it was damaged by a Sun Eater.
Yeah.
And then
sounds like Superman. What's it called?
All-Star.
All-Star Superman. Yeah.
Which that story at Final Night actually took place before All-Star. They wrote All-Star Superman. And he got chosen to be the next host to the Spectre when the Spectre, because host can only control the Spectre for a certain amount of time. Then the host has to be replaced.
Yeah.
And so they chose Hal Jordan to be the next host. And he was a great Parallax. Not Parallax, I'm sorry. Spectre.
Spectre.
Alf Protos don't want to say it. Miles should be the only Spider-Man from in the Ultimate Universe. Don't combine Ultimate and 616 together like they did. By making multiple versions of the same type of character, it waters down the original. It worked good when he was the only other Spider-Man in that universe.
Yeah. The too many sidekicks is a dangerous trap.
Yep.
It's like it kind of worked for Batman. For whatever reason, the Bat family has somehow stood the test of time. But there are far too many spider people at once.
Yes.
Which is weird because I like all those characters for the most part. I like Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, or whatever they call her now.
What sucks, one of the best alternates to Spider-Man from the 90s, they got rid of
Mayday.
in a horrible way. Well, Mayday was a good one too. I was thinking more like her Ben Reilly.
Yeah.
Because his death never made sense. They established stable clones don't dissolve. They die like a normal person. And when they killed him off, he turned to dust. And that was the case for years. They brought him back later on, but recent years.
Spider-Man Beyond.
Happened, but the problem is, it caused a lot of issues with killing May Parker, the baby. The whole when they brought back Aunt May, that was stupid. She had a great touching death scene in the comics where it's like, I knew you were Spider-Man for years. And a heart touching moment between Spider-Man and Aunt May. And they ruined it by saying, oh, that was not really Aunt May, that was an actor Norman Osborn had extensive plastic surgery to make her look like Aunt May. I would know if my loved one was replaced, my family member got replaced by an actor.
That's what you think.
I haven't seen it happen yet. It's like, are you serious? It took that great story of her passing and ruined it. JSP's asking anybody's read The Wraith of the Spectre Omnibus, mostly 70s issues and incredible Sparrow art and storytelling. I have not read that. I do need to read the Star Wars story this week. Figure we could do that Saturday. I feel a lot better, so you can actually focus.
I read it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm glad we got the Star Wars world that we got. But
I'll just know what you're working on. Sweet.
Yeah, figured I'd work on it a little bit while all these disembodied heads dry. This chrome Gundam marker is great, but I wish I had a fine point version.
Yeah. Darth says, "Hell, gentlemen, good to see y'all still on. Whip It Preview Party on. Party on, Darth.
Party on, Darth."
That yellow I got from the Pro Creel, it looks like a pretty good match to the everything.
Yeah, I actually read the Spider-Man Beyond arc when they brought Ben Reilly back. It basically became a suit for hire. It wasn't a great storyline, but I read it because I like that suit. I had just picked up the figure. I was like, okay, I got to find out what's going on with this. It was okay, but
so I like the M2 universe with Mayday Parker.
Yeah.
She was probably the most successful character to ever come out of the What If stories. Probably is the most successful one. They used her as a jumping point to create the entire M2 universe, and now she's basically relegated to be Nothing now.
Fan fiction.
They brought her back temporarily during that one of those Spider-Verse storylines. It sucks. We got one figure of her, and they put her on that shitty teen body, and they'll probably never get another version of her.
Yeah, I just recently got that version of Ben Reilly, that suit. But
you get the I don't know if it's Spidey Buck or the retro carded one.
I think it's the retro carded one. I got it loose, so
it's got the upside down F crunch on it.
I got that one.
Yeah, that's the retro card.
So I've got 3 versions of Ben Reilly because that was the first Ben Reilly I got. That's that Beyond suit that.
I don't have that one. I never did get hold of that one. It looked good. It looks a variation of his original suit.
Yeah, and I liked it because it was the black and red, and then I ended up stealing his feet for the Fantasy 15 Spider-Man because their web patterns and shades of red are the same.
Mm.
He had the toe articulation.
Yeah.
That Amazing Fantasy did not have. So like, I'm gonna swap these over here.
I'll be right back.
That's what they all say. So, chat, do you like slurs?
I'm back.
And that, children, is the story of my super racist grandpa and what he would used to call people. Oh. You're probably not getting banned, but I don't know.
Thanks.
It wasn't Megatron, okay?
No, it's not Megatron.
The ultimate villain.
Those AI videos, they got like Grandpa, can you explain what dark humor is? You see that guy across the street, little Timmy? No, Grandpa, I'm blind. Exactly.
Poor Timmy. All of his humor is dark humor. AI videos are, I mean, we're not there yet, but they're getting scarily close to
yeah,
looking deceivingly real.
Mm-hmm.
I both welcome and dread it at the same time. I mean, what do we do when we could no longer trust video evidence Are they just going to manufacture videos to, get rid of people that they don't like? Probably. I don't know. But at the same time, I welcome the AI overlords. They can't be much worse than what we've got, so.
Alpha Proto, if you still need me to work on your Titana, just shoot me a DM. Please want me to strip off the paint and redo the get rid of the purples, paint off of it.
The censorship.
Yeah, the censorship purple. For now, Alpha Proto. For now. He said, I think you'll always be able to tell if something's AI by the file properties.
I think we'll see we will see a resurgence of like actual physical media, like film, as opposed to digital files.
That's good. Let's clean, crisp line. Oh, off camera. Let's clean, crisp line on those.
The part I'm looking forward to is, we'll soon be at a point where we can just not have to rely on Hollywood to make a movie that we know is never going to get made.
Yep.
We can just make it ourselves. Be like, at that point, that's when Hollywood will start lobbying against it.
Oh, they already are. They've been going to Congress and the White House trying to get it stopped. Pop these horns back on. No, I'm not going to get the play out from the horse and mess this up for the paint. Paint's truly dry. Seal up that hair before we put wash on it. That Pro Acryl is like not the most durable paint, but it covers really well.
I wouldn't know anything about that over here with my apple barrel peach skin tones. I need to go get some more of that Tamiya. That Tamiya gray that I got is wasted as primer. It's so much better. I didn't realize how crappy my paint was. Even the stuff I was buying at the Hobby Lobby, the Createx, what's it called? Wicked Colors. Even that stuff is not very good.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man, this is great stuff. Then I got that.
Stuff's got to be clear coated before it's durable.
Well, I mean, just for like how well it lays down.
Yeah, it's meant to be airbrushed. Yeah, I watched a lot of Hot Wheels guys use that stuff. Hot Wheels customizers.
Yeah. I used to watch a lot of that. That's one of those things that comes and goes in waves.
Yeah, that's that's where I learned to use the mix the baking soda with super glue. Watching those guys. Going into the office tomorrow, so won't be able to see all my parts until tomorrow evening. That good. Maybe one more coat on the yellow matte leg. Good to go. It's good. Let those sit and we'll sit overnight now. I think let the paint dry really good overnight and put one last coat on it. Then be ready to clear them. And no, I did not prep the ankles because the joints are so small. I don't really care.
Oh man, that's the nicest thing about these cloth goods suits. No joint prep. Not that I do that anyway, but I don't have to worry about people judging me for not prepping my joints.
I will go ahead and paint the feet just to so they match the shins. It's pretty close, but anytime you got painted plastic versus molded plastic, it's noticeable. Do that and we've called a night. We're way past the 2 hour mark. We're getting encroaching on the 3 hour mark.
Uh-oh. Papa YouTube's gonna be mad.
Yeah. I am the law. I am the law.
Suck the law.
Right.
I rewatched the 2014 RoboCop reboot the other day.
That's what you were saying. You thought better.
It wasn't that bad. I mean, I know people were a little upset about the PG-13 rating. I get that to a degree, but
I think it was more along people would rather had a continuation than a brand new reboot again.
I just, like I said in the group chat, I think it came out at the wrong time. I think if that had come out on Amazon Prime, like last year, I think it would have been very well received. It didn't really, to me, it didn't really need the R rating.
I think it's more some of the storytelling that was kind of questionable choices though, with the whole needing to keep a human hand type thing, and kind of weird.
I didn't like his little taser pistol. That was kind of stupid. That felt very like, okay, this is clearly inspired by modern, current,
yeah,
world issues.
Alrighty, everyone. Let's see. What does this do? Take comments. Comments take the stage. Live comments from viewers will appear on screen during your stream. Keep the conversation going. Make your audience part of the show. Huh. Okay. Alrighty, everyone in the chat, thank you for coming and hanging out with us. Still, those of you still hanging on at the 2 hour and 47 minute mark. Mr. Sif for Life, thank you for coming out hanging out tonight.
Absolutely. I got to work on my stuff at some point. I can't just keep putting it off.
So, we had the WIP IT stream this past Thursday, so we probably won't do one this week. I keep saying I need to get caught up on videos, but it seems I never get around to doing them. So I'm not making promises, but I want to try. Anyway, everyone have a good night, and we'll catch y'all next time. Later.